Hi everyone, welcome to day 12 of the Cabin Fever Beading Challenge. It's hard to believe that we've already made it this far. I honestly wasn't positive that we were gonna last this long. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make I call this the Lory. It's apparently a type of parrot, which is interesting. I'm going to make it in blue and ivory today. So what you're first going to want to do is start with about 3 to 4 feet of the wildfire beading string. I like to do about an arm span. Like one arm, not two, just one arm. I'm going to cut it off, and we're going to have a needle on each side. So, well, this is a really long needle. That's weird. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use these needles. So I'm going to thread this side and then thread the other side, and then we can begin. And this string is being a little bit difficult to thread, so if you come across that, all you need to do is like kind of just go over it with your fingernails and it flattens it out, and then it should be easier to thread. There we go. And before you get too judgmental, I was playing around with what I wanted to do, and this side looks a little bit weird. But I'm going to fix it, and we're going to end with the set of pearls there, so you're not going to have that spot. So it won't look all wacky. Okay, so I got both of my needles threaded. That's both ends of the string. And I'm going to start by making this loop for the jump rings. So that is 10 seed beads. I'm using size, I believe they're 11 O's. They come in a little tube. I got these from Hobby Lobby, I believe. And these are 6mm pearls and 4mm bicones. I'm using some AB blues because I want to make them nice and sparkly. So there we go. I'm going to cross at the last seed bead that I picked up. That's just going to make this little loop here at the end. And I'm going to pick up 2 more seed beads, 1 on each needle, then 1 pearl on each needle, then 1 more seed bead on each needle, then a bicone on each needle, then I'm going to cross at a bicone. And I understand that went a little bit fast, so I'm going to be doing it a couple times so you'll see what all I'm doing. So there we go, and we pull that seed bead that we crossed that all the way down. I got like an extra loose string. And there we go, it's all the way down. Now I'm going to pick up 1 more bicone on each needle. It looks like my workspace is a little bit dark. I'm going to move the light so you can see a little bit better. There, that looks better. I don't know if it actually made a difference, but it looks better to me. Okay, so then I picked up 1 more bicone on each needle, 1 more seed bead on each needle, and then 1 more pearl bead on each needle, another seed bead on each needle, then 1 more bicone on each needle, cross, add a seed bead. You pull it all down, and you'll see what's going on a little bit. Whoops. There we go. Now you can kind of see what's happening. It's just this nice, very refined and polished look. Oh, I'm sorry. I kicked the tripod. And I'm going to do it one more time so you see what's happening, and then I'll keep going and make the rest off camera. So 1 bicone on each needle, a pearl, or a seed bead on each needle, a pearl on each needle, another seed bead, and then bicone. We cross at a seed bead. I can pick it up. There we go. You get the idea. If you don't, I encourage you to go back and replay those sections so you can see it a couple more times. There's nothing that says you can only watch a video once. So I'll see you guys, well, for you it'll seem like a second, but for me it'll be a couple minutes. So now I'm at the end of the bracelet, and here I'm going to finish the rest of this little motif, or little like idea. So I'm going to put a bicone on each needle. That finishes that little star thingy. Then I need to end at the pearls, so I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, 1 on each needle. I got 3 on one. Oops. Okay. So 1 seed bead on each needle, a pearl on each needle, a seed bead on each needle, and then I'm going to pick up 1 more seed bead, and I'm going to cross at the seed bead. Pull that tight. There we go. I'm going to get that out of the way. And now I'm going to make another one of these loops for the jump rings. So I'm going to pick up, this time I'm only going to do 9 because I already have the one right there. And I bumped the camera again. I need to be more careful. 7, 8, 9. Okay. And it doesn't matter which needle you go on because you're going to be going through all of them twice. So I'm going to go through all of these with my other needle in the opposite direction. And then these 2, I need to go through this one. If you're just beginning, I suggest getting all of your 9 seed beads on one needle. That makes it a little bit easier to understand. And then that one's going to go this way. There we go. I'm going to pull it tight. It takes a couple of different times of pulling to get it to tighten up. So there we go, got that. Pull tight. Pull this one tight. There we go, got it nice and tight. So now I'm going to go back through and create these little like flower effects around the center. So I'm going to take my one needle, I'm going to go through the seed bead, pearl, and seed bead. So I finished up right here, and then I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, a pearl, and then 2 more seed beads. And now I'm going to go through this seed bead, pearl, and seed bead again. And rearrange it so it sits nicely. There we go. Now I'm going to do it on the other side. So gotta go through. So I'm coming out of that second seed bead after the pearl, or sorry, the first one after the pearl. Then I pick up 2 seed beads, a pearl, and then 2 more seed beads. For some reason I keep getting 3s. And then go through this pearl, or seed bead, pearl, seed bead. And there we go. And sometimes they don't want to lay quite right, so you gotta like rearrange it. They tend to fix themselves later on as you keep going. Like the tension just makes it all a little bit nicer. So I'm just going to keep doing this on both sides until I finish the length of my bracelet. And then I'll come back and show you how I tie the strings off. See you in a minute. So I finished up my bracelet. I've gone up, and remember how we were going through the seed bead, pearl, and then seed bead? I've done that. And I'm at this loop here. So now I'm going to take one of the needles. I'm going to go through this center bead right there that we had crossed at. And here is where I'm going to tie it off. But before I tie it off, I just want to make sure that my strings are all tight and all of the loops are good. So every once in a while I have one that's done some funny things. Like right here, it's done some strange things. So I'm just going to work it on through so that all the looseness is gone and it's nice and tight. There we go. Sometimes like wiggling it around and doing this type of thing helps. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Just remember, when you're making something, you see way more imperfections than anybody else will see. So if you're upset because, oh, this one seed bead is in a spot that you don't want it to be, you can wiggle it a little bit, try to get it to go to where you want. But if it's not going, it'll probably be fine. Don't worry too much about everybody seeing it and judging you and all that. Okay, so here I am at the end, and you can see that I didn't have much string left. And here I'm just going to tie my knot. There we go. And I'm going to double knot it. Oh, I did weird things. I'm going to undo my knots. I'm actually going to knot it off of the needles and then rethread it to bury my string. There we go, there's one knot. Two knots. I'm just actually going to do a third knot because I don't trust my knots. 3 knots. There we go. That shouldn't be going anywhere. And I'm going to thread these needles again and bury my string. I'm just going to bury one because it takes me a minute to thread the needle and you don't want to sit there watching that. Come on, needle. There we go. I'm just going to thread it through the pearl. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't really matter where you bury your string. I'm going to cut this one off, and then I'm going to do the same to the other one. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel and you like the things we do, I would suggest subscribing. That way YouTube will notify you when they put out new content. And if you like this bracelet, it's part of our beading challenge where my mom and I are competing to see who can get the most likes. So if you give it a thumbs up down below, that will definitely help me out in that competition. Thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow.